Good morning, dear students. Yesterday we sent some numerical problems. Okay, and you have to solve these numerical problems. Today we give some hints on these numerical problems. The first numerical problem is a vector and b vector are given. A vector and b vector are given. We have to find the magnitude of a and magnitude of b. How we find the magnitude? Then magnitude of a is written like that, or we can also like that. Then what is the magnitude of a? Square of the coefficient of I cap plus square of the coefficient of j cap plus square of the coefficient of k cap. Okay, so what is the magnitude of a? What is the magnitude of a? 4 plus 9, 13 plus 1, under root 14. Like that, we can find the magnitude of b vector also. What is this? 16 plus 9, 25 and 1, under root 26 is the magnitude of b vector. Now second question is find a dot b. How we find a dot b? How we find a dot b? Then a dot b, we multiply coefficient of I cap of a with the coefficient of I cap of b. Then 2 is multiplied with 1 minus 1. Then 2 multiply with minus 1. I dot I becomes 1. When we multiply to this, then I dot j becomes 0. Like that, I dot k is also 0. So when we take dot product of two vectors, then we multiply coefficient of I cap with coefficient of I cap here, coefficient of j cap with coefficient of j cap, and coefficient of k cap to the coefficient of k cap. So here 3 is multiplied with 3 and plus minus 1 is multiplied with 4. So a vector dot b vector equal to minus 2 plus 9 minus 4. It is 9 minus 6. 9 minus 6 means equal to 3. A dot b, value of a dot b is 3. Third question is what is the angle between these two vectors? Then angle, formula for angle between two vectors are a vector dot b vector divided by the magnitude of a vector multiply the magnitude of b vector. So we know what is the a dot b. Value of a dot b is 3 and value of a, magnitude of a is under root 14 and magnitude of b is under root 26. Then we solve it, we write it cos inverse, or we can write like 3 upon multiply कर देंगे 14 into under root 26. Okay, this is the first question. Next question is projection of a on b. देखिए, you have to understand projection of a on b. This is b vector, this is a vector, and here we assume that the angle between a and b is theta. Then projection of a vector on b vector is a cos theta. Then projection question number 4. The projection of a on b. Projection of a on b. Projection of a on b is a cos theta. A cos theta. Then what is the a? Then magnitude of a is under root 14. And what is the cos theta? Angle between these two vectors are this 3 upon under root 14 multiplied with under root 26. Then under root 14 and under root 14 cancel out. Then 3 upon under root 26. Like that we can also find projection of b on a. Then we take a and this is b. Then projection of b on a is b, angle between b and a is theta. Then projection of b on a is b cos theta. Projection of b on a is b cos थीटा. तो अगर आप b का a पर प्रोजेक्शन फाइंड कर रहे हैं then it is b cos theta. Then we can also find b cos theta easily. This is the first question. Second question is prove that the three vectors are right angles to each other. If three vectors are right angle or any two vectors are right angle, then we know that the dot product of these three vectors, we assume first vector is A, second vector is B, and third vector is C. Then if these vectors are perpendicular to each other, then A dot B is 0, A dot C is 0, and B dot C is also 0. You can easily find that A dot B, A dot C, and B dot C here 0. So these three vectors are perpendicular to each other. You can easily solve this question. Then next question is find the value of lambda that the two vectors are given. Example number 18. 2i cap 3j cap minus k cap. 2i cap plus 3j cap minus k cap and minus 4i cap minus 6j cap minus lambda k cap. Find the value of lambda such that these two vectors are number one question parallel to each other. We know if two vectors are parallel to each other, then a1i cap, a2j cap, a3k cap, and b vector is a1i cap, b1i cap, b2j cap, and b3k cap. Then if these vectors are parallel, then a1 upon b1 equal to a2 upon b2 equal to a3 upon b3. By this we can find the value of lambda. If these two vectors are parallel, then 2 divided by minus 4, a1, a2, a3. What is a1? a1 is 2, a2 is 3, and a3 is minus 1. What is b1? b1 is minus 4, b2 is minus 6, and b3 is minus lambda. So 2 upon minus 4 equal to 3 upon minus 6 equal to minus 1 divided by minus lambda. So if we take these two or this and this, then lambda equal to 2. Minus 2, sorry. Minus plus, then lambda equal to minus 2. Lambda equal to 1 minute. 2i cap minus k cap minus then lambda. Here मिसप्रिंट हो रहा है, देखिए आप, या क्वेश्चन में माइनस दिया हुआ है, जहाँ सॉल्यूशन में हमारे क्या किया हुआ है बेटा, प्लस किया हुआ है. If we take here plus, then here we take also plus. So lambda equal to plus 2. क्वेश्चन में आप देखिए, क्वेश्चन में यहाँ माइनस गिवन है, बट जहाँ सॉल्यूशन गिवन है बेटा वहाँ देखिएगा आप, वहाँ प्लस से किया हुआ है सॉल्यूशन. तो आप भी जहाँ क्वेश्चन है उस क्वेश्चन में प्लस लैम्डा केप कर लीजिएगा, प्लस. ओके डियर स्टूडेंट्स, नेक्स्ट इज if find the value of lambda if these two vectors are perpendicular. When these two vectors are perpendicular, then we know if two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then a dot b equal to 0. So minus 8 coefficient of I cap multiplied with coefficient of I cap, then 2 is multiplied with minus 4, minus 8, plus 3 is multiplied with minus 6, means minus 18. And minus 1 is multiplied with plus lambda, minus lambda equal to 0. Then find the value of lambda. The value of lambda is minus lambda equal to 26. Then lambda equal to minus 26. Okay. Then next question is show that the vectors A in example number 19. 3 vectors are given. Okay. First, read the question carefully. A vector, B vector, and C vector are given. Form a right angle triangle. आपको ये प्रूव करना है. ये 3 vectors are given. आप क्वेश्चन देखिए, उसमें डाटा गिवन है वो देखिए. What is the concept? देखिए, if these 3 vectors make a triangle, then these 3 vectors are coplanar vector, and addition of any two sides is equal to the third side of the triangle. Any two side, कोई सी भी ऐसी two sides आप देखिए जिनको ऐड करने पर third side आपको मिल जाएगा अपोजिट डायरेक्शन. ठीक है, तो देखिए यहाँ पर बी इन्होंने बाद वाले जो दो दे रखे बी एंड सी को ऐड किया तो किसके इक्वल आ गया ए, बी एंड सी इक्वल टू ए, तो ए बी सी आर, जब दो वेक्टर्स को आप ऐड करेंगे तीसरे इक्वल आ गया, देन दीस थ्री वेक्टर्स आर कोप्लानर होंगे तभी क्या बनाएंगे, ट्रायंगल बनाएंगे। अब राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल है तो एनी टू वेक्टर्स हैव एंगल 90 डिग्री, तो इन गिवन थ्री वेक्टर्स में से कोई भी टू वेक्टर्स ऐसे होंगे जो क्या होंगे, परपेंडिकुलर होंगे। तो आप ए डॉट बी, ए डॉट सी और बी डॉट सी फाइंड कीजिए। एक अगर एक पेयर का एंगल 90 आ रहा है, मतलब एक पेयर कोई भी 0 आ रहा है, मींस उनके बीच का एंगल कितना होगा, 90 होगा। तो हियर आप देखिए व्हेन वी फाइंड ए डॉट सी, देखिए यहाँ पे वेक्टर लगाया हुआ नहीं है, बिकॉज यहाँ थोड़ा बोल्ड जो नोटेशन किया गया है, थोड़ा बोल्ड लिख दिया गया है, उनको वेक्टर माना गया है। जिन पर बोल्ड नहीं लगाया, बोल्ड नहीं है, नॉर्मल लिखे हुए हैं, वो नॉर्मल वो तो नंबर है, मैग्नीट्यूड है, और ये वाला क्या है, बोल्ड किया हुआ है, वो वेक्टर है। तो उस पर वेक्टर, हम तो वेक्टर लगा रहे हैं, ए वेक्टर डॉट सी वेक्टर आर 0 मींस ए वेक्टर इज परपेंडिकुलर टू सी वेक्टर। So these three vectors are coplanar and one angle of this triangle is 90 degree, means any two sides are perpendicular to each other. If any one angle of any triangle is 90 degree, then that is called right angle triangle. This is example number 19. Then example number 20. This is also a good question. Example number 20. What is given? A particle under constant force. There is a force F vector equal to, what is the value of force? That is I cap plus J cap minus 2K cap. Force and displacement. This object goes from point A. Position vector of point A is 2, -1 and 3. Position is coordinate system ही है। और B का क्या है, B का पोजीशन गिवन है 4, 3 and 2. Then find the work. We know what is the work. Work is force vector multiplied with dot product with displacement. Then force is given. What is displacement? R vector is, जो भी पार्टिकल है, पार्टिकल goes from A to B. Then displacement vector written like that, AB vector, and AB vector we find there is a formula. Position vector of B, last वाले का position vector रहते हैं, position vector of B minus position vector of A. Then what is the position vector of B? Position vector of B is 4i cap. x का कोऑर्डिनेट कितना है 4, तो 4 के साथ i कैप 3j कैप प्लस 2k कैप। ओके, पोजीशन वेक्टर ऑफ B माइनस पोजीशन वेक्टर ऑफ A 2i कैप माइनस j कैप प्लस 3k कैप। दिस इज डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर। व्हेन वी सॉल्व इट, वी गॉट डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर इज 4 minus 2 means 2i cap, 3j cap minus minus plus means 4j cap, 2k cap minus 3k cap minus k cap. This is r vector. Now we take w equal to f vector dot r vector. Then this is f vector, this is r vector. Coefficient of I cap is 1 and coefficient of r cap is 2. Then 1 is multiplied is 2, we go 2. Then 1 and 4 plus 4. Then minus 2 and minus 1. Then plus 2. Then this becomes 4 to 6, 8 joule is 1. Okay, unit of, यहाँ पर unit लिखा हुआ है, but unit of मतलब work, unit of work is joule. Force multiply with displacement. Force multiply with displacement, Newton into meter. We read in dimension topic that Newton into meter becomes joule. Okay, dear students, you have to solve all these questions in your notebook. ये सारे questions में आपको 15 डेट ये नोट्स भेजे थे, उसमें आपको ये क्वेश्चन सभी भेजे थे। इन क्वेश्चंस को आपने सोल्व किया होगा। आज आप इन क्वेश्चंस के वापस से आंसर्स देखिए, आपको सारे क्वेश्चन सोल्व